have a lot of these cables. They're jumper cables with DuPont connections. And I got them from Robotics kits and Arduino kits. And I wanted a way to organize them, so I designed this initially. Fits on the desk like this, and then you slot the wires in to these things here, or you can do it on either side like that. Now the problem with this design is that I intended to stack wires like this. And you see there's a bit of a problem there, because if I want to get this white cable out, even if I hold it down, it becomes very tricky and I end up dislodging all the rest of the wires. So it wasn't a very good design. So I redesigned it and I came up with these, which are much better. I did them in 3 sizes. Got a small, got a medium, and a large, because typically in the kits they do come in a couple of varying sizes. Now this is much better because I can easily, let's say, take this orange wire and it just comes out. Take this green wire, it just comes out. Everything's still as it is. But the problem is loading them back in here is kind of difficult. So if I take this one and I thread it in, went in fairly easy. Take this, thread it in here. Note I'm having to deform the wire here, but it does go back in. Now the problem is if I take a bunch of cables, you'll notice that they sort of fan out at the end. So there's very less space here. Push these back in. Again, a little finicky, sometimes easy, sometimes tough. But I want to address these two design problems. So first is loading it up, and the second is creating more space for these cables at the end. I did one more iteration of these to make it a little bit easier to slot in. And that was basically, I just removed these here. So it does make it a lot easier to put them in and a lot easier to take the cables out. But what I want to do now is to come up with a new design where at the end it sort of flares out in a triangle, and this grid here can be pulled off. And then I can load the wires in and then snap the grids back on. That should make it very easy to load. It should also give these a lot of room, so when you're pulling them out, there's less friction, even though at the minute it's fairly straightforward. Adding the parameters first. Got a wall around here of 2 millimeters. Got this base here, which is double the walls, so 4 millimeters. We've got the length. Now it's a small size, so I think it's about 135. We've got the height, which is about 20 millimeters. And we've got the width going across here. It's about 14. And then the triangle, which is going to come out here, will make that double the minimum width. If the triangle is going to come out here, we're going to need some spacing or some boundary, else we're going to have it come all the way down here when we sketch it out. So I'm going to call this connector spacing. I'm going to set it to, take some cables. Let's see. 30, too much. 25. I think that'll do. New sketch. Gonna go for the length. It's gonna be 50%. It's gonna be a mirror image. Let's redo that line. All right. It's gonna be max width. Gonna be min width. Okay. Connection spacing. Need another min width. Again, midpoint. Join them up. This needs to be a construction line. All right. Let's round these corners off. Looks like we're not constrained. So let's see if we can midpoint the not constrained. What is that? Let's see. Okay, so I think I can midpoint here, and then let's check. Yeah, fully constrained. Okay, let's finish, guys. Take a quick look at it. All right, let's jump back in. At the walls. Tidy up this. Trim the rest. Still constrained. And then let's mirror. All right. And then you need to be a construction line. Yep. Yep. One more line here. I think it's this one. All right. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so let's start extruding. No, no. I'm missing the spacing here for the thumb. So that's about I'm gonna call it 30 millimeters. Um, Looks like I started a new sketch. Right, so we're gonna go done. No, I undid it. And spacing 30. And then bring it out. Okay, good enough for now. Let's extrude base. All right. And then this is gonna be base plus height. Now we need to make room for this. So made a mistake there. I need to deselect these. All right, base plus height. Okay. And then these are gonna be base. All right. So should we have the shell, the grid here, clip over or in? I think clipping over is gonna be easier to do. It's not gonna look as clean, obviously. It's gonna have bits sticking out unless we come all the way down. If we do it inside, then I'm gonna reduce the amount of space we have for the cables, and also probably have a bit of friction when we try to push the grid in, the grill in, because we may be pressing down on cables. So over is probably gonna be a better method. So let's create a new construction plane. And let's go new sketch. Gonna project. It's probably easier to project the body here. project this as well. Then we can probably get away with. Oh no. Let's try once again. No. All right. Hmm. All right, now it should work. Don't want this overlap. I think wall should be fine actually. Yeah. All right, let's extrude. See how that looks. We'll go height again. I guess height plus base. Whoopsie. Okay, it's not a join. It's gonna be a new body. All right, now it's level. I'm gonna have to come up a little bit more there to make room for the grill. Should I go base again? Yeah, I'm gonna go base. All right. Now I need to add in the grills and then attend to the tolerances. I think it makes sense to have a grill here and here. Maybe one across the midsection here. It's probably going to be easier with rectangles. This is going to be wall. I'll probably make it base. Yeah. Let's do the same over here. All right. And then one over here. Where's the midpoint? There we go. Yeah, a bit of a problem here. So let's do this a little bit differently. We'll go to the, is there a midpoint here? No. Let's do it a bit messy. Drop a line in there, construction line, so I have midpoint here. Change this to base, come on down, and then match the sides. And the reason I'm not covering this area is because I want to be able to see what the cables are, because there's a couple of different types. There's these ones, and there's these ones. Okay, let's finish sketch. I need to mirror those over, and it looks like we're not constrained. So where did I mess up? Let's see. So I messed up here. How? Let's do this again. Constrained base. Not happy with that. All right. I think I'll go for lines then because I know it's gonna be okay. Yep, fully constrained. Still constrained. We're gonna do the same as I did before. Should I do it the other way? Yeah, let's do it this way. May regret. Okay, constrain, let's mirror these. Oh no. I'm using the MacBook trackpad, so it's not the easiest thing. mirror. I have no mirror line to mirror. Maybe on this sketch. I need to project it, don't I? Yeah. All right, let's project that. Let's center up. So what I want to like you right here. All right. Let's try again. Oopsie. Okay, looks all right. Let's finish sketch and let's extrude these up to base. All right, hide the sketches. Not much for the lip here. We could bring them in. I think it's okay. It's not going to create a problem. Now to get the wires out easily, these sharp edges need to be rounded off on both sides. Also going to round it here so that it's easier on the thumbs. Nice. These have already got curves inside. If I can show you that. But because this was printed from this side up, some of these overhangs, not the best, they're a little bit rigid. Let's see. We do wall. Yeah, that looks all right. Let's do all of them in one go. All right, walls. Looks okay. Looks like I didn't create these as separate bodies, so I need to edit this. That one was a new body when we extruded it. Did I join somewhere? Alright, I definitely don't want those as new bodies. Pretty sure it's this. And it is set to new body. Yeah, new body. Alright, I guess we'll have to do this. Okay, let's find that first one and then join the rest. Okay. And then, cool. Okay, now tolerances. I have to do it on the sides and on the top here. Do I take it off the covers or do I take it off the base? I think it's going to be easier to take it off the base. So let's do that. Okay, we're going to offset the face. And for my printer, it's going to be about 0.2 millimeters. And let's make these round. All right. Not really a fan of this, but I think it's fine. All right, let's save it. It's gonna be wire holder V3, and I'll print it off, and let's take a look. So here's the original design. I know it's rather difficult to get even a single wire in here because we have to deform it, let alone a bunch. If I try just like 5, 6 wires. Eventually we get it in. Putting more in than that is going to be quite difficult. And we had the refresh design, which doesn't have the top grills there. Easier. It's actually a bit smaller, which is why they're slightly deformed. You can see. But it does go in easier. And then we have the new design, which is obviously very easy. You can take a larger bunch, shove them in as well. And done. Works the same as before. And yeah, you've just seen that. So there's a slight problem. And that is the tolerances. So if you look here and here, you'll see that there's a slight gap. I printed it with 0.2 millimeter tolerances. Probably going to print it with 0.1. That's probably going to give me a snug fit, whereas the minute it's too slack. Alternatively, I could put some notches in here so we have basically a snap fit when we press it down, and then we can snap it off. Don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe next iteration. Think on the next iteration I'll probably also make them stackable, so I can stack one on top of the other. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this. Like I said, going to reprint it again with smaller tolerances. I'll print one in each size and then move the wires over, and I'm done. Thank you.